Right now, I'm back with some pivotal members here of the offense and defense. My man starting off right here, Pretty Ricky is what they call him. How you doing, Pretty Ricky?
I'm doing just fine, man.
Pretty Ricky. Now, you also play wide receiver, you play quarterback, you punt the ball, and a key punt in the fourth quarter down the stretch to put the Patriots in pretty bad field position. Talk about that, Pretty Ricky.
Well, I will say that I was nervous on that punt, because the previous punt before, I got a bad snap.
Okay.
Took off running and fell down.
Okay.
I was kind of nervous, so the thing for me was get the ball and kick the shit out of it.
Okay.
Basically, and I had the wind against my back, and in pregame they were going.
Okay.
So, I got the ball, I kicked it, and it went.
Chris puts you in a lot of positions. He lines you up at wide receiver, lines you up at punter, lines you up at quarterback. Talk about your experience at quarterback here in this league. Because this was your first year, if I'm not mistaken, right, Pretty Rick?
Yeah,
Talk about it.
Well, playing quarterback, the game was pretty fast, you know what I mean?
Did you know it was going to be that fast?
I knew, but it's a totally different experience when
you're out there. Okay, okay.
And, I got in the game. I handled it pretty well, for my first time. And I look forward to doing it again next season. I've already laid down a challenge to one of the quarterbacks.
Oh, so you're going for the starting position?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then. All right. All right, then. Have anybody ever told you look like a broke Chris Tucker?
I get it all the time.
That's Pretty Ricky. We'll come right back. Now, here's the rookie right here, man. We talked at the pool table a few months ago. And you said you believe that this team can gel at the right time and get to the Super Bowl. I thought you was crazy. A lot of people thought you was crazy, but it happened. Talk about this season for you.
It was a bumpy road. I'm not going to lie about that.
That's right.
We had a lot of difficulties, but the people who won the championship are still here. They're the ones who won. The ones who wanted to stick around and stick together and commit to a family. They're the ones that are still here. And through the grace of God,
Did it make y'all stronger as a team to go through the challenges and everything that y'all went through?
Yeah, it did. It made us a lot stronger.
Okay. So next year, you're going to have a lot of people on the bandwagon. They want to come in and become a Cardinals. How would you welcome them into the mix?
It's not just so much about me. It's more about the team, because like they said, one band, one sound. We're all a team, and we all have our own input on decisions about who we let in.
Okay.
And how, if they could help or if they can't help, or we don't want no drama or nothing like that. We're trying to get better, better and stronger.
That's right, because you're going to have they're going to be coming out for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of haters out there.
Can y'all do it again next year?
Yes, sir, most definitely.
That's what I'm talking about right here. My man, Young Buck. What's up, Buck? But before we come to you, Buck, we're going to come right here to Mr. Arnold. How you doing, Mr. Arnold?
Pretty good.
Now, you done played at the collegiate level and all that. Yes, playing on this level, tell me the difference in the speed of the game and everything that you learned this year.
It's about the same, really. College is fast, but when you get out here, you got guys that are at all different levels. You got guys that are at high school levels, college levels. You got guys that are at the pro level that just haven't got a shot yet.
Okay.
So it's a game-to-game situation. You really got to, sit back and feel what you got, what you have to deal with, what kind of speed you're going to have to play with. And, some games, you're going to have a guy that's out of position, safety being brought down playing defensive end that can run a 4.6 40, and all he does is just blow your doors off straight up the field. And you got to adjust yourself to that, as to where you get a guy who's maybe a college defensive end who's got good technique but isn't that fast. You have to readjust yourself to every single game, every single situation.
Going into the playoffs, the Cardinals wasn't picked to even probably make it out of the first round of the playoffs. Right. Not only did you make it out, you won the Super Bowl. Right. What was the feeling going through the locker room going into the playoffs?
Me personally, I didn't pay attention to anybody's feeling. I paid attention to my feeling. I had a vendetta against the Outlaws. The week prior to the playoffs, I had a very bad. I had my worst game of the season, and I had a vendetta against them. And I was going out there and just was going to play 100%. Absolutely, Chris was not taking me out of that game.
Okay.
And there was not going to be anybody that beat me because. I don't like to brag on myself, but there wasn't nobody that beat me all year.
Okay.
And I got beat because I didn't play up to my talent. And I wasn't going to let it happen again. So I really didn't pay much attention to the rest of the team. I was more focused on my vendetta and letting my intensity bring them with me.
In the Super Bowl, it seemed like the line did what they had to do. They blocked, they opened holes and all that for their running back. Was it something that went on that week of the Super Bowl that the line got together and said, hey, we're going to make sure we bring these guys home?
I think it was more of them catching on to us. Because
okay.
if you watch the film throughout the entire year, The O-line was solid.
Okay.
You know, there was a few holes here and there, but for the most part, we were solid. It was the backfield and the specialists and all that stuff coming together with us. I mean, we came together like a cake batter, being made into a good cake.
And to win it
at the end,
to win it, to realize you won the Super Bowl, what feeling went through your body?
Man, it was 14 years in waiting. I've been playing football for 14 years. You know, junior high, high school, college.
And you never won it.
I played semi-pro up in Detroit, and I never won it in my first year in Houston as a Cardinal. Took care of business, and you know, when I talked to Chris, the very first conversation me and Chris Boykins ever had, I told him, I said, I'm coming to help you win a championship, and he said, come on, and I gave it to him.
You did it. You did it. Can the Cardinals repeat?
Absolutely.
My man, Young Buck, what's up, Buck? The voice of the Houston Cardinals, the spiritual man, the leader. Talk about this season, Buck, in a whole. Sum it up for us.
Oh, man, in the whole, man, all I can say is favor ain't fair, but it is what it is. Man.
That's right.
Favor ain't fair, but it is what it is. You talk about all the haters, everybody say that we didn't deserve it.
Right.
But the man upstairs,
He knows best.
He knows best, man.
He knows best.
No matter what you go through, people can say they can count you out, man. Don't matter how bad you look, man. If he say that it's your destiny, that it's your time, it's all good, man.
No matter
it's
what nobody else does when it's your time.
He take you to the top, man.
Why do you think people hate so much? Do you think it's because they didn't taste it? They've been trying all their life and didn't taste it. Where do you think this come from? Where does jealousy come from in a person?
Man, jealousy come from in a person, man. Sometimes jealousy just come from people not even understanding the situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? People, it's a natural tendency for people to just talk bad about stuff they don't understand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when you don't understand a person or understand the scheme of things, you know, you'll speak down on it. You know what I'm saying? But that just comes from a person's heart not being conditioned the right way also.
You said something when y'all won the championship. You called both teams together for team prayer. And you said don't take this personal, Patriots, but we've been through a lot. You know, it's a lot came. What did you mean by that?
As far as when I say we've been through a lot, man, I'm just talking about the ups and downs, people leaving us, man, turning their backs on us, speaking down on us, you know what I'm saying? Having to go through these games that we should have won with not enough players, you know what I'm saying? When people, they say that we shouldn't have been there, yeah, we should have been there because games we lost, we shouldn't have lost.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because y'all used to winning those games.
Trying to fill in, putting guys at positions that they probably outweighed by 100 or 150 pounds, you know what I'm saying, and going against another guy. But we made the adjustments, man, and we came through.
Let's talk to Tracy. Let's go back real quick as a leader on this team. Tracy, next year, you know you're going to get a lot of more players coming back.
Yes.
You're going to get some of the players that left coming back.
Yeah.
As a leader on the team, you're going to get with the coaches because you're going into the coaching ranks. How do you look at that?
It's all about preparation. You know, people like Arnold and Lloyd, Buck, those are going to be the cornerstone of the leadership.
Okay.
And they're going to perform their duties that we used to perform
Okay.
as players on the field, and they're going to set the tempo.
Okay.
The tempo will be set by the returning veterans.
Okay.
So as coaching staff, that's what we're going to be preaching. Hey, this is your squad.
Okay.
This is your squad. The destiny is up to you now. Destiny is set up by a dynasty.
Okay.
Okay, and that's what we're going to try to become, a dynasty.
So you're willing to let some of those players that left the ship this year, you're willing to welcome them with open hand?
Hey, you know, if they have reformed and they have changed their ways and we see it in their heart, they might be able to come back and do the Cardinal Bird dance like we've been doing.
Okay,
all this.
do the dirty bird.
Do the dirty bird.
Okay.
But, you know, like Chris said, that we all prayed to make sure that we didn't have any more serpents on this squad. So we're gonna do our due diligence and make sure that they're able to be team players, one band, one sound.
There we go. And when we come back, we'll come back with Chris Boykins.